What's happening, guys? What's up? What's up? Long time no see. We're back. Quick pick segment. UFC 281. I'm just going to do 3 quick picks for the 3 main event fights. That's going to be Adesanya versus Pereira, Esparza versus Weili Zhang, Poirier versus Michael Chandler. So let's get into it. All right, so Alex Pereira is a credible threat to Israel Adesanya, and that's based off of his physical attributes, his skill set, and the style matchup. I've been said this a bit back. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure in my breakdown video that Israel Adesanya is not going to wrestle. I really don't believe that. I think it'll be a waste of time. It's going to be a waste of energy. And it's funny because Dan Hardy just said the same thing on his breakdown. And for the record, I posted my video before Dan's, and I never watch anybody's breakdown before I throw content up. But it was interesting to see Dan have the same exact sentiments. It's like, yeah, Adesanya has been in the game longer. In theory, he should have more skills in mixed martial arts. But I don't see him as like this really competent wrestler like that or grappler. And size and strength play a factor as well as athleticism. Alex Pereira is a big boy, man. Big, strong dude. I believe he's stronger than Adesanya. And I think working with Glover Teixeira, his takedown defense is like exponentially getting better. So for this fight, I think Alex is going to be even more difficult to take down. And that's just not Izzy's thing. This is going to be a striking affair. They're basically going to have a kickboxing match with mixed martial arts gloves in a cage. And if that's the case, it's almost like a shootout. I'm going to say Izzy 60-40, but it shouldn't be a shocker to anybody if Alex beats Izzy, possibly via devastating fashion knockout. Do I think that's going to happen? Not sure. I would say leaning towards no, but it shouldn't be a shocker because nobody is unbeatable. Nobody is invincible. People get caught, chins crack. Even your best strikers get knocked out. Alex Pereira is a giant middleweight with long reach. He is an excellent striker, top tier, former multi-time world champion in striking kickboxing. His dimensions and size match up really well with Izzy. This is not going to be an easy fight for Adesanya. At least I don't think so. Now, if he goes in there and schools Pereira, just dusts him, I will take my hat off and give Izzy a round of applause. I don't think it's going to be easy at all. I think Izzy's going to be cautious. I think he's going to be tentative. I don't see him pushing the pace or pressuring Pereira. I see Alex trying to walk Izzy down. That drifting left hook he has is deadly. If Izzy engages Pereira in the pocket, he's going to put himself in danger 100%. So he might play it safe. He may stay on the outside, throw the low kicks, try to bait Alex into being overly aggressive, then counter him, catch him with a big shot. I think Alex is smarter than that though. Alex might try to play the same game. Frustrate Izzy, bait him into overcommitting, and that left haymaker, man, that drifting left hook, that thing is a fight ender. But we'll see, guys. I think Adesanya is going to outpoint Alex Pereira. If he engages him though, and tries to get him out of there, he's going to put himself in danger. I think this is going to be a close, competitive fight, going with Izzy 60-40. All right, let's talk about Carla Esparza versus Weili Zhang. Heavily favoring Weili Zhang. I don't think Carla Esparza is going to do anything to her on the feet whatsoever. I give the massive advantage in striking to Weili. As far as the wrestling, pure wrestling, probably Carla Esparza. But this is not a wrestling match. It's a mixed martial arts fight. And I think Weili Zhang has some pretty solid wrestling. And she is a little powerhouse. She's going to be as strong as Carla Esparza, if not stronger. Maybe stronger. I think she's a better athlete. Definitely more explosive. I think she's going to beat Carla Esparza. I think she's going to get her belt back. Carla Esparza is definitely not going to beat Weili standing. Unless she catches her with something big due to the threat of the takedown. That happens a lot with strikers. They get caught because they're so focused on defending the takedown. So worried about it. Carla could fake a takedown, come over the top. Don't see that happening though. You see, because Weili is not going to be afraid of being taken down. She's very strong. She can scramble well. I think she can get the fight back to the feet or just stuff the takedown, period. So she's not going to be overly concerned about takedowns. I got Weili Zhang probably 70-30 in this fight. Pretty heavily favor her. And I wouldn't be shocked if she stops Carla Esparza. Carla Esparza has to get this fight to the mat. If she's able to put Weili Zhang on her back and keep her there, she can beat her up, wash, rinse, repeat, win a decision or maybe TKO. We'll see. Going with Weili Zhang. Alright, let's talk about Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler. This one's going to be a certified banger. No doubt about that. Both of these guys go for the finish. They throw down. I don't think they can be in a boring fight. I think this one's going to end via TKO or KO. There could be a win via submission for sure. Dustin is a BJJ black belt. He does have submission wins on his resume. Maybe he can land a guillotine choke on Michael Chandler, especially if Chandler's rock goes for like a desperation takedown. Chandler, I think, has underrated grappling, submission grappling to be exact. I could see him landing a guillotine choke himself. He's a very strong guy, and pair that up with his submission skills, he could catch Poirier. But I think these guys are going to bang it out, man. If Michael Chandler fights smart, he's going to shoot in for takedowns, mix things up. I think his chances of winning drastically go up. But if he stands in front of Dustin Poirier and just gets into this slugfest with him, I think Poirier has the more cleaner striking, cleaner boxing. To me, he looks more seasoned on the feet. Michael Chandler, to me, is going to have more power. He's more explosive. So he's always going to be in the game, even going against somebody who has superior striking skill. Chandler could one punch knock you out. More so than Dustin Poirier, but Poirier has that kind of power. In this fight, I like Poirier's chin over Chandler's. Not that Chandler has a bad chin, but I like Poirier's chin over Chandler's. Poirier is going to be the superior striker, or he should be, technique and skill wise. That goes for offense and defense. Chandler gets kind of crazy. Yes, it gets him wins, spectacular wins, but also gets him in trouble. Those openings, Dustin Poirier could capitalize on. Poirier's clean, man. He's very clean, offense and defense wise. If he could survive the onslaught from early on, I could see him taking the fight over. I don't think conditioning is going to be an issue for either guy, but I would give the cardio and conditioning to Michael Chandler. That guy's a specimen. He's an animal. It's tough to say how this fight's going to go because Michael Chandler could go in there and just want to put on a show and just slug it out with Poirier. And if that's the case, I'm going to go Poirier 60-40. The gap is going to be a little bit more close if Chandler decides to wrestle. But you know what? I'm still going to go Dustin Poirier 55-45. Do I think Chandler could take Poirier down? Yes, I do. Do I think Poirier could make Chandler work and stuff takedowns? Yes, I do as well. I think Dustin Poirier is going to wear Michael Chandler out, survive the onslaught early, and just chip away at him with superior technique. Poirier got nasty low kicks. That's going to take the spring out of Chandler's step, sap some of his power on the feet. Of course, you open yourself up to takedowns, but I think the low kicks are going to be worth it. Poirier defending himself well, utilizing solid defense standing, I think is going to be big in this fight. If he can attack the openings that Chandler leaves when he gets aggressive and protect himself from any openings that Chandler could exploit, he's going to do very well. I'm going to say Dustin Poirier 60-40. We got Dan Hooker on this card. Truth be told, I didn't study enough on his opponent, so I don't have an opinion on that fight. I just hope it's a great one. Frankie Edgar's last fight against Chris Gutierrez. Frankie's record on the UFC site is 23 wins, 10 losses, I think 1 draw. Frankie, the former UFC lightweight champ, an undersized lightweight champ, a mixed martial arts Rocky, no doubt. He's fought for the title multiple times, has competed against a who's who in mixed martial arts, has given us amazing entertainment and fights, awesome memories of the sport. Win or lose, Frankie Edgar, nothing but respect to you, sir. Thank you so much for an awesome career. Legend, future Hall of Famer. All right, guys, that's it. Drop those picks, drop those thoughts on these fights. thanks so much for watching this segment. Enjoy the fights. When they wrap up, we'll come back and talk about them as usual. Until then, take care, my friends. Later.